Most AI tool lists are starting to look the same, so I wanted to do something different. I picked 5 AI websites that actually solve completely different problems, from research and presentations to building apps, creating voices, and even making music. These are the kinds of tools that can genuinely change how you work, so let's start with the first one. The first website is Genspark, and I think the easiest way to understand it is as an AI workspace rather than just another place to ask questions. Its super agent can take a bigger task and work through several steps for you. So instead of asking one question, getting an answer, and then doing everything else yourself, you can give it something more complete. For example, I could ask it to research a topic, organize the important information, and then turn that research into a presentation or document. What makes it interesting is that Genspark has different tools for things like slides, documents, spreadsheets, design, and development working inside the same system. Its current workspace also includes a memory layer called Second Brain, which is designed to keep useful context from your work instead of making you start from zero every time. For me, this is the kind of website I'd use when the job is a little bigger than give me an answer. If I already know what I'm trying to finish, I can explain the goal and let the AI help with more of the process. The second one is Felo, and this is especially interesting if you work with Japanese content. At its core, Felo is an AI search platform. You can ask a question naturally. It searches information from the web, organizes the results, and gives you sources so you can go back and check where the information came from. It also handles multilingual search, which is useful when the best information might not all be written in the same language. But the part I'd probably use most is Felo Slides. You can start with a topic or upload an existing PDF or report, and it can research the subject, organize the main argument, and build an editable presentation from that material. You can also ask it to change individual slides afterward instead of rebuilding the whole presentation. So if I had to prepare a Japanese presentation about a topic I haven't researched yet, this could handle both parts of the job in one place. That's a lot more useful than having one tool for research and then moving everything manually into another tool for the slides. Next is Lovable, and this is one of those websites that makes building something feel much more approachable. You can describe the kind of website or app you want, and Lovable starts building a working version from that description. You can also give it screenshots or documents if you already have an idea of what the project should look like. Once you have the first version, you keep talking to it and changing things until the result is closer to what you want. For example, I could ask it to create a simple restaurant reservation website for a small Tokyo cafe with a menu page, opening hours, a reservation form, and a clean mobile design. Then, once it builds that first version, I can tell it that I want a different layout or that one section needs to be simpler. I think this is useful even if you're not trying to become a developer. Maybe you need a portfolio, a small business site, a landing page for a new idea, or you just want to build a quick prototype before spending a lot of time on it. The fourth website is ElevenLabs, and this is probably the one I'd recommend most to people working with audio or video. It can create AI voices, but the feature I find more interesting now is dubbing. You can upload a video or audio file, choose another language, and ElevenLabs can translate and dub the content while trying to preserve the original speaker's voice, timing, tone, and emotion. Japanese is supported, and its current dubbing VE2 works across more than 90 languages. So imagine I have an English YouTube video and I want to make a Japanese version. Instead of recording the entire thing again from the beginning, I can upload the original and create a Japanese dub that still sounds connected to the original speaker. It also works the other way around if you want to take Japanese content to an international audience. For creators especially, that opens up some really interesting possibilities because language doesn't have to be such a big barrier between the content and the audience. The last website is Suno, and this one is completely different from everything else on the list. With Suno, you can start with an idea for a song and turn it into actual music. You can describe the style, mood, instruments, and lyrics you want, and then generate different versions until you find a direction you like. And Suno has moved beyond being a simple type a prompt and get a song website. Its current V5.5 model includes more personalized controls around voices and musical style, while Suno Studio gives you a more complete workspace where you can work with stems, change parts of a track, and continue developing the music after the first generation. So maybe I need background music for a video, I have an idea for a song but don't play an instrument, or I just want to hear what a certain combination of styles might sound like. Suno makes it very easy to get from that idea to something you can actually listen to. So those are 5 AI websites I think are worth trying in 2026. Genspark is useful when you want AI to take on a bigger piece of work. Felo is great for research and presentations. Lovable can turn an idea into a working website or app. ElevenLabs is really useful for voice and multilingual content. And Suno gives you a completely different way to create music. What I like about this list is that each website has a clear reason to use it. You don't need to use all 5 every day, but depending on what kind of work you do, there's probably at least one here that can save you some time or help you create something you normally wouldn't make on your own. Let me know which one you want to see in a full test, and if there's an AI website you think I missed, drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.